Hi, it's Lila. Here is my ID and here are my notes. There's a looming question asked by children all over the country one special night each year: trick or treat. We all remember the excitement of getting all dressed up, going door to door on a chilly Halloween night. I absolutely love Halloween, everything from the candy to the cheesy TV Friday nights. The Festival of Samhain, the turn of the 20th century, and the holiday industry have shaped the Halloween we all know and love. The origins of Halloween can be traced back thousands of years to the Celtic Festival of Samhain. As Joshua J. Mark wrote for World History Encyclopedia, the name means summer's end, and the festival marked the close of the harvest season and the coming winter. The Celtics believed that this was the time in which the veil that separated the mortal world was at its thinnest, and that spirits could walk amongst the living. Not all the spirits were believed to be human. There were rumors of fairies and elves making appearances. There's not a whole lot of information on what rituals were performed because the Catholic Church had a tendency to erase pagan traditions and holidays, but we do, however, know that there was feasting, drinking, and bonfires. As Christianity spread through Europe, however, the Catholic Church tried to replace these pagan traditions with new Christian ones. The Church recognized November 2nd as All Souls Day. This was a designated day to honor the dead. According to History.com editors, All Souls Day was celebrated similarly to Samhain with big bonfires, parades, and dressing up as costumes such as saints, angels, and devils. The new Christianized holiday became less about ghosts and fairies and more about honoring the dead as well as Christian saints. Centuries would pass, and at the turn of the 20th century, when immigration to America was booming, European immigrants brought their traditions with them. This introduced North America to all kinds of new customs, and the Irish immigrant population, which was largely Catholic, continued to observe All Hallows Eve, All Saints, and All Souls Day. Author Don Vaughan with Britannica wrote, "In the early 20th century, as Scottish and Irish communities revived the old world custom of guising, in which a person would dress in a costume, tell a joke, recite a poem, or perform some other trick in exchange for a piece of fruit or other treat. This practice would one day be known as trick-or-treating. Children from all over would begin dressing up and going around asking for sweet treats." Another tradition brought over by the Irish was the jack-o'-lantern. Joshua J. Mark also wrote of the tale of Stingy Jack, saying, "The jack-o'-lantern is associated with the Irish folktale of Stingy Jack, a clever drunk and con man who fooled the devil into banning him from hell. Because of his sinful life, he could not enter heaven. So after his death, he roamed the world carrying a small lantern made from a turnip with a red-hot ember from hell inside to light his way." The Irish believed that carrying a jack-o'-lantern would protect them from roaming spirits like Stingy Jack, and the Irish immigrants would later change the turnip to the pumpkin. Not only was the pumpkin easier to carve, but they were also in season. The holiday saw such success in the 20th century that it actually became an industry. Halloween is no longer widely associated with religion, and adults and children alike absolutely love it. The sale of candy, costumes, and other festivities has become something in itself. In regards to consumer spending, Halloween is one of the most expensive holidays, second only to Christmas. For example, a statistic shared by History.com, Americans spent $490 million on costumes for their pets in 2019. That is more than double what they spent in 2010. When you think Halloween, you think candy. With the evolution of the candy industry in the 1930s, the treats passed out on Halloween were taken to a whole other level. Households now had the convenience of buying affordable, tasty candy in large quantities. Halloween took a pause when the sugar ration of World War II cut candy production significantly. And after the war, companies started mass producing individually wrapped sweets. The marketing and selling of these post-war confections skyrocketed trick-or-treating into the popularity that it sees today. According to author Don Vaughan with Britannica, Halloween is one of the biggest candy sales in the United States, exceeding $2.5 billion annually. Producers and consumers alike benefit from Halloween's contribution to the economy. As we prepare to embark on yet another Halloween night, it's important to remember those who came before us. The Festival of Samhain, the turn of the 20th century, and the holiday industry have shaped the Halloween we all know and love. Once a holiday for ghouls and goblins to roam, now a candy-filled catalyst for capitalism. Proceed into the chilling Hallows air with caution, for the future evolution of Halloween may be frightening.